Oh, Bill, my man, I watched a trailer.
Welcome to Hitting the Brakes with Bill.
Bill, you know how I've been saying over the past year or two that I really don't like anything new. Occasionally something pops up new, and I'm like, wow, that was pretty good. But I tend to not even want to go see new movies. There's so many old movies that I love, and so many that I've seen, but also so many that I haven't seen. Give me something from the 70s, the 80s. There's some things that pop up in the 90s and 2000s, whatever. But give me something from like the 70s or anything before that, and I am thrilled. I can't wait to watch it. New stuff, eh.
You know, you talked about how you default back to old stuff because there's something tried and true about what what you love to see. Now, there is a lot of good stuff out there, and I'm glad that we come across it. We do have conversations. Probably we exalt a lot of good stuff that's new, but I know you don't find as much of it as usual. But I promise you, it's out there, and I think it's our responsibility as buds to tip each other off to when the good stuff's coming out there. So you can always trust me that I will let you know when something is coming that I know you're going to like, man.
I watched the trailer for Superman, and I really liked it. I feel like I'm going to have a lot of fun watching it. You know, growing up, Bill, I watched Superman cartoons. I watched The Adventures of Superman. I watched the Fleischer ones. I didn't see very often back then. They would come on like really early in the morning, sometimes even on weekdays when I shouldn't even be awake, but I'm awake and my dad's getting dressed and ready to go off to work. And I come down and he's watching Chico and the Man or something, and then it'll switch off from that, and it's Superman, the Fleischer comics. I'm like, whoa, that's pretty cool. But I rarely got to see him then. On the weekends, I could watch The Adventures of Superman, and occasionally Superboy would come on, and then I'd get to see Crypto. I know Crypto, and then of course, doom, doom, doom. Cue Ted Knight.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 4 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Superman.
I didn't know for the longest time that was Ted Knight. It was so awesome that that's Ted Knight. But you know, growing up, I didn't really have a huge knowledge of DC lore, all the different villains that he had. When I was watching Superman, it was Lex Luthor. I feel like I say Lex Luthor like Otis, Ned Beatty. Mr. Luthor! Occasionally, Mixelflick would pop up. And other than that, it was bad guys, gangsters, bank robbers, mad scientists, Anyway, those were the kind of villains. So when I watch a trailer like Superman now and I see all these other people popping up, I don't really know who they are. I figured that was a Green Lantern. I didn't really know Guy Gardner. But I figured it was a Green Lantern. You saw the ring. And everybody else in it, I'm like, I know Crypto. I know Crypto. So, like I said, I'm excited for this one. This looks good. It gave me some thrills, some chills, and that's a good thing.
Moose, I saw the trailer. I loved it. I thought it was great. No qualifications. I really enjoyed what it looked like James Gunn is going to give us. Seems like he could be a guy who is able to sort of nail the tone, stick the landing. Maybe the first filmmaker since Dick Donner who was going to get us a character right, even though we've had a lot of Superman along the way, a lot of actors, a lot of different interpretations of it. I think people have all kind of agreed that that original Superman is the thing that they want, maybe the optimal version of it. Now, I'm actually not the biggest fan of the Dick Donner Superman. I think the tone is absolutely correct. It's very beloved. I appreciate how it's beloved. I do think it's a campy movie. You know, what Richard Lester did with like 2 and 3 kind of just plays into what was a little bit there already with Donner, not taking completely seriously. But, you know, Christopher Reeve was marvelous, and the tone is this sort of wizardry. That's what really sets it apart from the other comic book movies. Also, why it didn't really start a comic book movie avalanche at the time, because it really wasn't a comic book movie. It was something much different than that.